was about a young girl who left, who came back from school, and then the math teacher was in the house. It was actually the father that left the math teacher at home, according to the story here. So, hoping that when the daughter comes back, the daughter was going to, do her lesson. And then when the girl came back to the house, she asked about the father, and then the math teacher was telling her that the father went out, that she should just hurry up so that she will do the lesson and then be able to go for other people. But something happened here in this story or in this situation. While the girl went into her room to have a change of clothes, the math teacher entered in the room, found her naked, and then compelled her or pressurized her to sleep with her. So I want to bring out something from here. Like in Vibes on Purpose, we want to look at this particular story, how it affects families, how things happen under some roof. Somebody may say this is a kind of content. Yes, it's a content, but in this kind of content, there are a lot of lessons that we learn from there. Okay, so what are we learning from this place now? One, I want to touch the aspect of the father parenting. Two, I want to touch the aspect of the math teacher. And three, I want to finalize with the teenager. Now, coming to the parents, some parents has failed in their role as a parent. Things are changing. It's true that you may trust the math teacher, and but there should be some level of safety. There should be a program of some level of safety. I'm saying this because I know there are a lot of us, a lot of parents, a lot of family who are still doing these same mistakes, and you cannot tell me that this kind of a thing has still not been happening under this generation right now. Some of us watching me now testify to what I'm talking about. We've seen stories like this. We've had stories like this. We have this kind of errors by parents carelessly leaving their girls under the care of a stranger. Not just a stranger, but a male stranger. So I want us as a parents to look into things like this and pay serious attention to our teenagers, especially the young ones. Now let's dive into the math teacher who was entrusted with the credibility, the integrity of being a good teacher. You were employed, paid, and left under the care of such a teenager. What did you do? Because the parents was not around, and along the line, the math teacher was trying to tell the young girl that if she did not accept, that he was going to, blackmail. That's what I can call it, blackmail her. Tell the father something, and then something, just something, and then maybe who knows what he was going to tell the father, that she didn't do her assignment or whatever, just to achieve what you want to achieve. What about the side effects? What about the trust? What about your integrity? What about the things that could come out of that situation? What about if the girl is suffering from one illness or another? Okay, what about if eventually you impregnate the girl? Look, there are so many what if in this situation. You're watching me as whatever. They are entrusted with a lot of people like this in your hands. The family trusted you. They left the girl under you, under your custody, under your tutorship, under your mentorship, under whatever. What happens to your respect, your regard, your dignity as the math teacher? Some may say it doesn't really matter after all. Now, let me quickly, before the time, I don't want this video to be too long. Let me quickly talk about the girl. You're a teenager watching me, or your parents left you with such a person. I want to first of all blame some of our parents for not being open to discuss, confidential issues personal issues with some of our daughters or even our teenagers. Now, let me come to blame you as a teenager, as a girl child who is afraid of, telling your parents what happened in the house. There are some of our daughters, our children, who, find it very difficult to discuss issues with our parents. But I used to tell people that no matter how difficult it is, make sure there is one person that you are telling things. No matter how you feel telling this or saying this, that's why parents need to be, watch over their kids, watch over their teenagers, pay close attention to their children. Yes, if you could pay serious attention to your children, things like this might not be happening, and the daughter will not be able to tell you. And if you are a teenager and something like this happened, and you were not able, or you were not able to tell your parents, then you must make sure that you have somebody that is very close to you, who you should be able to share intimate issues, intimate matters, confidential issues with as a teenager. If you want to avoid mistakes, certain mistakes that destroys the future. So I want us, as we are vibing in this generation, Gen Z, please make sure you are vibing on purpose. Things like this can be avoided, from the parents to the teacher and to the teenager. It could be avoided. So learn lessons from things like this, and make sure that lives that are placed under your custody, under your hands, under your tutorship, under your mentorship are safe. Nobody knows what comes up tomorrow. What about the lady, the girl becoming something tomorrow, and you happen to be under her own mess? Because this is like taking advantage of the girl. There is no love in it. It's just taking advantage. So please, watch over your kids. Pay attention to their body languages. Pay attention to the things. Pay attention to the things that matters when handling your teenagers. Don't forget his vibes on purpose. And here we will be looking at life purposes, things, even interviews, things that happens in the society, where we can always learn one or two things that will help the society to be better. Errors, mistakes that we could avoid, or we can just be able to, find our way out of it. On vibes on purpose. Thank you. As I want to hear you, tell me what you find out from this video. What you think from this video. If you had an experience like this, please share it in the comments. I want to hear from you. I want to see, I want to others. If there are experiences, such experiences which you have had even while you were growing up as a teenager, and you feel like people need to hear about it, put it in the comments so that parents, families, teenagers, youths, people can learn from it. Thank you very much. See you on the next episode.